All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bagholder Bingo, where you will win today's Bagholder Bingo. No matter what, somebody's going home with a grand prize, and all you have to do is pay attention and learn how not to be a bag holder. So if that sounds good to you, strap in, light it up, and let's go with Bagholder Bingo. Today, we're watching this video called SoFi stock is about to explode to new all-time highs with proof. So everything we have over here is what we're looking for here. It's just paper losses. It's undervalued now. I believe in the company. It's a short attack. It's the next Tesla. You know where this is going. Big money bag holder bingo. Let's watch and let's all win together.
Covering the SoFi stock in the overall market. Today was a big day. The Fed came out today and held interest rates the same thing we've been seeing for the past 6 months. Maybe we get a rate cut in June over the next couple of weeks. We will have to wait and see, but it looks like the market is still, pricing in 1 to 2 rate cuts for this year. This will be bullish for SoFi when that happens, but we don't need to be worried about that right now because SoFi, no matter what, is growing in any interest rate environment. Guys, they are a secular grower.
Okay. Did we find it on here? Let's see. By more. So my big fat head's in the way. Let's get this out of the way. I'll sell at break even. It's just oversold. Fundamentals are strong. I feel like that's coming up. Analysts, clueless. Earnings will fix this. I'm in it for the long term. Just a paper loss. If I miss something, tell me in the chat. I see volume is low. Yeah, his volume is low. I don't know if I can really adjust that because that's on his side. So as we go, if I miss something, tell me and I'll fill it in.
They are growing and taking market share away from legacy banks and other financial institutions. If you look at, the company's performance against some high-level other growth names, SoFi was one of the only names to grow revenue over the past, 90 days, the past quarter. So guys, it doesn't look like any environment right now is slowing down SoFi. Q1 is one of their softer quarters, and they still had really solid revenue growth. But this may be the big quarter that we've been waiting for because SoFi management, Anthony Noto, CEO, is doing.
Oh, wait. Did he say it's a buying opportunity? Did he say it's a buying opportunity? I missed that. Hang on. Where's buying opportunity? Wait, maybe I'm in the way. Fundamentals are strong. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give us fundamentals are strong for sure. And once I find buying opportunity, I'll do that. Fundamentals are strong. All right. Oh, we're already going to good start. Let's go. Okay. Let's keep going.
Exactly what he said he was going to do last year when he had that Q4 earnings. He said, hey, we're going after market share on Q1 and Q2 earnings. I think this is the big quarter, guys, where you see, insane member growth, insane revenue growth across the board. And then you may see them back off a little bit on the expenses, the marketing side.
Okay, I found the buying opportunity. Sorry. There we go. Boom. All right. We're doing good so far.
And you'll see profitability start to rise in the back half of 2025, Q3 and Q4. And then 2026 is the year where they're, going back to, all in on profitability. And I think there's a chance, we could see some numbers like, 90 cents or something like that. So right now, SoFi is doing everything incredible. They are stealing market share. They are getting massive amount of institutional deals, guys, $10 billion worth of loan platform deals over the next 2 years with Fortress and Blue Owl, $10 billion. And we're likely going to get another, $2.5 to $5 billion deal pretty soon. The way, Anthony Noto is going about this, extremely aggressive. This is lowering our risk. This is taking away from risk off the balance sheet. This is getting us into fee-based revenue. And we're starting to become a contract-based company inside of this personal loan segment. What if they expand the loan platform business to student loans and also mortgages? The fee-based revenue is going to skyrocket higher and the risks are going to continue to go down. Guys, right now, SoFi is going to be growing revenue faster than 2025. Last year was about 25%.
I agree. I feel like he's saying exactly this right now. Earnings are going to fix this. Earnings will fix this. Now, the reason that I'm doing this, right, is not just to make fun of Kyle. I think Kyle is probably a good guy. The issue, and you can hear it in his voice, you can hear it in his tone, you can hear what he's doing, is the we. Yeah, exactly. Alex picked up exactly on that we. Like he feels like he's on part of the team, which whenever you're buying a stock, you don't want to do that at all, right? All stocks are bad. Even SoFi, if you can believe it. All stocks are bad. But every once in a while, they act right. SoFi absolutely acted right for a hot minute. SoFi totally acted right. Let's go back to SoFi here. SoFi totally acted right for a minute over here, right? The problem is that when this happened and people made money, which Kyle probably made money, they didn't want to sell out. So they held it on the way down, right? Let's measure this out to get some context here. It went up, let's say from about right here to here, 161%. Dude, 161% is nothing, not too shabby at all. The problem was that you didn't get the signals to exit the trade, and it went down as much as 51% from that high. Can you believe SoFi went down 51%? I lost track of how far SoFi, 51%. Good gravy. And now from all-time highs, it's still down 26%. 26%. So Kyle, maybe, and I'm just guessing here, is still holding on to this, holding on hope that he's going to get his money back to break even, right? And you don't need to trade like that. You don't need to trade like that at all. Right now, a couple things SoFi does have going for it. It's got the 10 over the 20, prices over the 50. So the trend is up right now. For a fact, the trend is up. Let's go look over here in Outlier. Let me make this bigger so it's a bit easier to see. We do have a buy signal that came on May 8th. Today, we got a SoFi buy signal today. There you go. That sounds good, right? Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. We got a buy signal today. It did get a little bit less greedy, but it looks like it might have bottomed and maybe it's starting to get more greedy. The financial sector is getting more greedy, but the financial sector breadth has peaked and is coming back in just a minute, right? So SoFi does have a few things going for it, right? And this is not all just a pick on Kyle. This is I'm gonna teach you through the method of big money Bagholder Bingo. Do you get this? Right? This is my objective here. Make learning fun. Make learning fun. I'll help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. Does that sound okay? So 10's over 20, price over 50, but it's got a couple order blocks right here. Now, what are order blocks? Order blocks are large institutional orders waiting to be filled. So they act as support and resistance. And I would bet that it's going to struggle in this area. I bet it's going to struggle in the 1375 to 1245 range for a while, right? Because these orders want to be filled. When price comes up into here, somebody has already said, get me out. Get me out. When price comes up to here, get me out. Okay. And so I don't know if it's going to push through this. It's going to be difficult. And then it's got a couple more overhead order blocks up here where people are saying, get me out. Get me out. So let's go back over to big money Bagholder Bingo. And let's continue on here. This is going to be so much fun. Like, I absolutely love this. I would love for someone to do this for me one day, because it would be like, only price paid. All right, I can't say that anymore. We got to cease and desist. Profits follow price. And Chris is so dumb. You shouldn't average down. Or you shouldn't average up. You should only average down, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, let's go.
This year we're likely going to see over 30%. And what if they can maintain that another year inside of 2026? So right now, a lot of people are talking about, a legacy bank, valuation, getting a multiple as a bank. Understand why those banks get those multiples. Why would they get a PE ratio of 10? A legacy bank institution getting a PE ratio of 10, maybe growing top line revenues anywhere in the 5 to 10% range, over the course of each and every single year. And the same thing with bottom line profitability, 5 to 10%. SoFi, on the other hand, maybe growing top line revenue at 30% and profitability at 30% when it compounds faster. So that's why.
Sorry, I was muted. I was coughing on the other end. So one thing to note is that as he's talking about all these fundamentals, all these reasons why it should go up, right? Here's the deal. Should is the absolute most dangerous word in finance, because should will watch your 161% gain evaporate. People in Tesla felt that exact move. They round tripped the entire thing. And then there's people down here saying, well, it should go back up. I bet SoFi bros are saying the exact same thing right now. Well, it should go back up. Should is not a strategy. Okay. Should is not a strategy. In fact, write that one down. That's a new criticism before somebody else. I'm gonna have to trademark this so we don't get a cease and desist. Should is, I'm writing this down, not a strategy. In fact, let me reiterate the point on this. Kyle, I hope you can hear me. Should is not a strategy. All right. It should go up. It's not going to help you, because profits follow price. And if price is going down, you ain't making no money, my friend. All right. So let's get back to Kyle's video here.
You're not going to see SoFi longer term have a 10 PE ratio. Okay. If this thing gets into a, 30, 40 times PE ratio, even over the course of next year on $1 billion in profit, you're looking at a $30 to $40 stock minimum. Okay. SoFi could easily get into a fairy tale land frothy valuation like you're seeing with other companies. You've seen a Palantir get a 500, 600 times PE ratio. Guys, when SoFi does end up getting 100, 150 times PE ratio, that's the time to cash out, sell half.
I don't know. Does that feel like a Wall Street doesn't get it? Does that feel like I'm gonna call that one? Wall Street doesn't get it. Wall Street doesn't get it.
your position because that multiple is not going to hold up. Okay, so right now, guys, I think SoFi is in an incredible place. We're going to be looking at a ton of data points that just came out recently off the last earnings report, show you guys how much they are truly investing into marketing and stuff like that. Guys, I'm telling you right now, Q2 is going to be a really, really big quarter on growth. You're going to see member growth skyrocket again. I'm pricing in 41% growth for Q2. Absolutely insane. So be sure to smash like.
Wait. Hold on. I got to check my bingo card real quick. I'm pricing in a 41% growth. Hang on. Where does it say anyone gives two monkey donkeys about what you have priced in? I'll go with an I'm not worried, because I, as if I'm Kyle, I have priced in a 41% growth. Bro, do you not understand what I can do? I am Kyle. Kyle, I hope you watch this, Kyle, and I hope you can learn from this as well. Nobody cares what you've priced in, right? I could look at SoFi and say, I priced a $46 price target on this. Let's go. Does that make a difference? Does that make a hill of beans? Hill of beans? I don't know. A whole heap and helping full of beans to anybody? No. You can do all the analysis you want. You can make all the spreadsheets you want. You can do all the net present value and the earnings per shares and any other fundamentals you want to. But if price is not moving in your direction, you are not going to get paid. And nobody gives two monkey donkeys about what your price target is. In fact, by having a price target, you're actually hurting yourself. By having a price target, you are, honest to goodness, anchoring yourself to a stock that potentially could never reach that price target. Let's do this. Let's just say, for example, he said 41% growth. I know he's not meaning on the stock, but let's say that he did, right? So 41% growth, 41% growth will get it back to break even. How's that? That's pretty funny. 41% growth will get it back to this all-time high. So basically, let's say right here, let's say that he has locked in on the 1834 price. If 1834 never materializes, are you actually going to continue to hold this, right? Imagine all the other trades you could put on. Imagine all the other wealth you can accumulate. I mean, let's put that in real context here. Imagine all the other wealth that Kyle and other SoFi bros can accumulate, rather than being stuck in dead money looking for a stock that is actually trending up. Yes, it totally worked on this side of the chart. Absolutely. But it's not there yet, right? It's not right there yet, my friend. Could it? Maybe. Right? It is in a bullish trend. But you've been holding it 26% down. It needs a 42% gain to get back to this high right here. It's pretty rough, right? And that's the math, right? A 26% decline needs a 42% gain to get back to break even. That should be sobering. You should be like, holy moly, are you kidding? It takes that much to get back to break even? Whew. All right, did I miss anything on the bingo card? Let me see. I'm going through the chat. Okay. I don't think I missed anything in particular. Okay, we'll continue on.
Button, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. We'll be keeping you updated daily. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, looking at the stock on the day that the Fed held rates today, neutral. We're at $13 right now, and we did hit a high of about $14.40 on earnings. So the stock's just been kind of flat.
Okay, so we watched a few of Kyle's videos in the past, and he doesn't put out content all that often. But when he does, the thing that is weird to me is he talks about how he's a long-term investor, right? He's in it for the long haul. Where does it say something like that over here? I'm in it for the long term. Yet he goes and talks about intraday moves. If you're in it for the long term, you shouldn't even care about intraday moves. Like, that should be not even registering on your radar whatsoever. In fact, I tell people all the time, and see, look, we're learning. This is not just Chris being mean. We're learning that you need to focus on your time frame. If your time frame is the daily chart, don't worry about anything else. Everything else is noise. If your time frame is the 5-minute chart, hang on, I just learned that the other day. I could double click that. If your time frame is the 5-minute chart, just focus on the 5-minute chart. Everything else is noise. If your time frame is the 1-month chart, SoFi doesn't have that many months yet, just focus on that. Right? Don't stray from your lane. Okay. If you're only looking at daily charts, if you're only looking at monthly charts or weekly charts, focus on that. Don't get caught in the noise of something that it doesn't matter to you in your trading plan.
Since that sell-off about a week ago, we haven't really been doing anything. We've just been hovering in this $13 range. I think a breakout could be coming pretty soon if we get some good news, because SoFi, the risk is going lower, the growth is going faster, the deals are getting larger. I think SoFi is an incredible value right now. You got about 6 analysts over $20 right now on the price target. I think we're going to go a lot higher from here inside of 2025, guys. SoFi is just
Okay, analysts are clueless. I'll give you that one. I'll give you analysts are clueless.
getting stronger and stronger every day. All right, guys, take a look at some of the data points we got come out. You can see the weighted average annual personal loan default rate. They had the difference from the last 2 quarters, Q4 and Q1. The annual default rate is going down. Look at this, guys, 4.55 for personal loans. This is their biggest loan segment, and now it's at 4.37 quarter over quarter. It's decreasing. The risk to the balance sheet's decreasing. The deals are getting larger to institutions. Everything you want to see across the board when it comes to personal loans, guys. That's why they're landing these deals. 5 billion with Fortress, 5 billion with Blue Owl. Don't be surprised if another 5 billion pops up pretty soon. SoFi is going to become a larger fee-based company, signing annual recurring contracts on their personal loan segment. All right, guys, you can see over the last quarter, Q1, SoFi added about 800,000 members. We are adding 8,800.
Bro, you're not on their team, okay? And this earlier, I've mentioned this too, right? Don't look at stocks as if it's a sports team, right? I live in the Dallas area. I like I'm on the outside of liking sports. The Texas Rangers, right? That go Rangers. Dallas Cowboys, let's go. Dallas Stars, it's hockey. Right. I'm not on their team. Okay. So let's say that I went to in fact, I'll give you a great example. My younger brother-in-law absolutely wanted more than anything else in the entire world to play on the Texas Rangers. Ever since he was a little tyke, he's like, oh my God, Uncle Chris, one day. Oh, Uncle Chris, maybe Uncle Chris. No, older brother-in-law Chris. I really want to be on the Texas Rangers. I met him when he was 10 years old. Okay. My wife is like 14 years older than him. I want to be on the Texas Rangers when I grow up. And I'm like, bro, that's awesome. Do it. And so he played all the baseball. I'm telling you, he went morning to day to night, everything about playing baseball. And going to Texas Ranger games with him, when they would lose, he would be devastated. We'd walk out of the stadium and William would be like, and I love William. I love William to death. William is covered in tattoos now, by the way. And so I jokingly say he looks like he just got out of prison. They lost. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you moping over the team you lost? But we lost. Who cares? It's just a game, right? You're not on the team. You don't get paid to go there. You have to pay to go there. You have to physically pay someone else to walk your butt down and sit on section 37, row 3, because we had the best tickets. My father-in-law, before he passed, we had unbelievable tickets. We were third row, first base for everything. It was amazing. And it's like, you're not on their team, right? Or when you watch basketball, LeBron doesn't know who you are. LeBron doesn't care who you are. Okay. I don't think wrapping yourself up in the outcome, which you never should do, and the outcome of a sports game should matter. And the same with stock trading. Don't wrap yourself up with the outcome of a trade. Certainly don't wrap yourself up as if you're part of the management team. We are going to do this. We just added this, right? They don't care about you, dude. Not at all. So it's so weird to hear. So Kyle and I couldn't be more different in our investing approach. But it's certainly interesting to hear, right? I feel like we can definitely learn a lot.
In 88 members per day now, guys. SoFi is not going anywhere, okay? SoFi's getting to that point where they're really going to start hammering regional banks financials even faster and faster, and you're going to see the large, top 3 players continue to see member growth slow down even more, continue to see revenue growth slow down even more when you're looking at like a Wells Fargo and a Bank of America, guys. I mean, this is absolutely incredible growth. You can see where SoFi is spending all their money. They're spending it on marketing because they believe they got the best brand, the best products, and everything is working out perfectly right now. And here's a big segment that you guys have been waiting for. It looks like SoFi has finally got their credit card defaults under control. They continue to go down, and you can see they continue to put out more credit cards. Total credit cards, Q4 2024, 328,000. Q1 2025, 349,000. So they are stepping foot on the gas for credit cards. This is exactly what you want to see. This is going to be a massive money-making business. We want to see this get to 1 million cards in the future. They need to really start to ramp up. Maybe we'll see, 50,000, 100,000 quarter over quarter pretty soon. But this is a big money-making segment that they've been losing money on for the past couple of years, over $100 million with invest and credit cards.
Hang on. It's a big money-making segment that they've been losing money on over the last couple of years, over $100 million. Feel like that was a bit of an ironic statement.
If they get that under control, you're going to see the profitability and bottom line for SoFi continue to expand even faster. All right, guys, this is going to be the most important part of the video, guys. This is a post that I put out. It got 9,500 views. I was trying to get 500 votes. We got 400 votes. Listen to this, guys. Everybody's talking about profitability and growth, okay, with SoFi, okay? A lot of people want to see bigger profitability. That's true. Also, I do. But take a look at what happens when we take the foot off the gas on sales and marketing. Balancing profit and member growth and scale. SoFi added 800,000 members in Q1 2025 for a marketing spend of around 200 million. It came out to about 238 million with the new data point. They reported $70 million in net income, okay? SoFi could have added 400,000 members in Q1 2025, which would be
I see a couple of y'all talking about, I believe in the company. This is obvious. I know, but I want him to say it. I want him to say it.
half for a marketing spend of around $100 million. With the data point that just came out, it would have been around 115 million. They would have reported 100 and
You know what? Dormuth nailed it right on the head. You nailed it exactly perfectly right on the head. Fundamentals are perfect for YouTubers because you can yap all day about nothing and look smart. That's such a great point. Such a great point.
$70 million of net income profitability if they had decided to add 400,000 members a quarter. So why isn't SoFi doing that? Okay, SoFi is just looking for long-term growth. They are sacrificing short-term 170.
Here we go. I'll go with that one. I'm in it for the long term. Long-term growth. They're sacrificing short-term growth for long-term growth.
Million net income. If they did half the members, instead of 70 million net income, they could have jumped up to 170 million net income. But no, they went for 800,000 members. But also, there's another data point. So if I could have added 1.2 million members in Q1 2025, but marketing spend would have jumped an additional $100 million. They would have reported a $30 million net income loss. So which would you have preferred as an investor for the Q1? Okay, and look, guys, you voted for SoFi's choice. Over 70% of you guys said, SoFi's doing exactly what you want them to do, which is, right in that balance of, 170 million net income, $30 million net income loss, and then 70 million net income profitability. And that's exactly what they did, guys. They gave you 800,000 members. So right now, SoFi is finding that perfect balance. But guys, if they just keep their marketing going right now because of their product diversification, their, loans they're selling to these institutions with the loan platform business skyrocketing, you're going to see members go even higher. And you're going to continue to see this net income tick up faster and faster and faster. I think next quarter we may get like a 90 to $100 million profit with 850,000 to 900,000 members. So guys, right now SoFi is in growth mode for Q1 and Q2. Q3 is when you could really see profitability really start to expand. And then 2026, they may back off on marketing spend a little bit, maybe 10 to 15%. Still, be at the 900,000 to a million member range by 2026. And you're going to see some big bottom line profitability. I'm talking $250 million profitable quarters by the back end of 2026. I think we're going to see, 90 cents EPS. That's going from 14 cents in 2024. So to go
again, none of this matters. I'm sorry. He's totally just like somebody said, I hear is blah, 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 blah. Same for me, dude. Same for me. But I'm trying to make this fun.
from 14 cents to 90 cents would be absolutely incredible, guys.
Yeah, Ben, I was thinking that too. I feel like he's getting at it's the next Tesla. I feel like he's also saying it's the next Tesla. I agree.
Talking 500% EPS growth. What did we talk about in the beginning of the video? Legacy bank institutions getting 10 PE ratios are growing about 10 to 15%, net income profitability PEs each year, guys. And we're talking about 500% growth over the course of, 2-3 years. Absolutely insane what SoFi's doing. You voted on this. You said SoFi's doing exactly what they need to do, balancing profit, member growth, and scale. So guys, we need to be happy because we're getting profitability.
Guys, we need to be happy. We are hitting profitability. Bro, unless you work there, I don't know why you're talking like that.
And we're stealing all the market share right now pretty fast. Now, what do you notice about these four businesses, Q4 to Q1 seasonality? We know SoFi's Q1 is one of the softest quarters that they put out inside of the market. And look at this. If you take SoFi, Upstart, Lending Club, and Hood, look at the revenue growth quarter over quarter. We're not looking at 12-month data points from Q1 2024. I don't care about what happened 12 months ago. I want to see what's going on quarter over quarter because the macro is shifting.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to give that one. It's just a paper loss. That's just a paper loss. And I feel like we also missed, I believe in the company. Yeah, for sure.
Because of tariffs.
Oh, we're so close. We're so close to winning. Let's go. Big money Bagholder Bingo.
Interest rate sensitivity. There hasn't been a cut in 6 months. Let's see what's going on now. Q4 to Q1. SoFi grew $31 million quarter over quarter. Upstart Q4 to Q1. negative $6 million quarter over quarter. This is a company that's been getting the fintech multiple, 7 to 8 times sales over the course of the long term. Lending Club, Q4 to Q1, $0 million quarter over quarter jump. And then
Yeah. So Ween, perfect point. All the fundamentals he's preaching, good gravy. It's not gosh, it's good gravy. Okay. Or what in the wide world of sports? Gosh is not allowed. It's good gravy or what in the wide world of sports. Okay. So to Ween's point, there are 4 days a year where quarterly earnings come out. 4 days a year. So the other 89 days a quarter, basically the other 99% of the time doesn't matter. That's so dumb to me. I can't wrap my brain around somebody. And now, granted, I think Kyle probably is a great guy. We could probably share a Guinness together. But I cannot wrap my brain around somebody who makes a choice once a quarter to invest or not invest. And the other 89 days out of that quarter, they just don't do anything. They just hope for the best. Dude, I mean, so much can happen, right? And so much can happen. And that's why you use the outlier trend template, right? When the 10 period EMA is over the 20 period EMA and price is over the 50 period EMA. So let's look at the last few times that earnings happened, right? So you've got this earnings period right here and this earnings period right here, right? Now, between these 2 points, betwixt these 2 times, what happened? What happened betwixt these 2 times? Went up 39%. That's actually pretty outstanding. 39%. So between the next 2 earnings, it went up. It definitely went up. I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to give you the benefit out there. It definitely went up. It went up all the way. I'm going to have to move the scale. That's how much it went up. 71%. Now, receipts are on YouTube. I said, do not buy, do not hold through earnings. And then what happened? Immediately after earnings, crashed down to the next earnings date, which is here. So it went down and then ended here, down 26% since earnings, right? So this one did really great. This one did tremendously great. This one, not so much. Not so much, right? So that's what I'm saying is that if you're making your decisions once a quarter, you could either be up 71% or down 26%. Right? There's a lot of life that happens in between these 2 points, right? That's like getting pregnant on day 1 and then immediately having the baby 90 days later and having not gone through anything and be like, oh, cool, this is sweet. Certainly, I'm not getting pregnant. I don't believe in that. I ain't doing that. No way. But to have nothing in between points A and B and just hoping for the best, dude, what did I just learn? Should is not a strategy. Should is not a strategy.
Robinhood, 1 billion to 927 million, an $87 million decline quarter over quarter because crypto volumes really contracted a lot. So look what's going on in the seasonality, Q4 to Q1. SoFi is showing its muscles. It's showing the member growth, 800,000, while also spending $230 million on marketing and giving you some profitability at about 70 million plus, growing revenue top line 30 million quarter over quarter. I think Q1 to Q2 is where you really see the big jump. I think SoFi is going to, push over, $70 million quarter over quarter jump while getting off of that balance sheet risk, expanding out the loan platform business originations to maybe 2 billion plus.
All right, we're almost at the end of the video. So what I want you to do is tell me if I missed anything in the chat. Also, be sure you put #outlier in the chat because somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to win big money Bagholder Bingo today, for real. And I want to look at some of your stocks in the chat. So make sure you tell me if you're looking at something like SoFi Long or Google Short, whatever. Go ahead and do that in the chat as we wrap this video up here with Kyle. I want to get a bingo.
We just hit about 1.6 billion. Absolutely incredible growth and scale that SoFi is showing right now. And take a look at this, guys. We got breaking news that just came out today. Website traffic, it's second highest in company history. So marketing's not slowing down for Q2 because we just saw April data come in, guys. 21 million website hits. Look at this Q3. They put out 48.4 million. Q4, 48.5 million traffic. Q1, 56.4 million traffic. And then if you look at what they just did in April, they're looking at 63 million traffic. If they can just maintain this 21 million, that'll be another 7 million jump quarter over quarter for website traffic. So it looks like SoFi is already putting up the same type of numbers that they put up during TGL season, January.
This is definitely market manipulation for sure.
In February, guys. So absolutely insane growth. It looks like the NBA marketing right now is doing just as well as the TGL.
Yes, I'm sure the NBA marketing has so much to do with how great the stock is doing, right? That's because it must be, hang on. Hang on. I know there's two I'll buy Morris on the dips. I was gonna give you undervalued now. I don't know. Maybe he'll say it.
Golf and TGL Golf might have been even more expensive. Remember, they've already done the NBA marketing through the playoffs, with Jason Tatum and stuff like that. So maybe you're gonna see customer acquisition costs tick down in Q2, maybe from 295 was where.
Oh yeah, Corey, you're totally right. He definitely said it's gonna bounce back. So that means, come on, paste, baby. Paste there. We won! Oh, look at that. We won big money Bagholder Bingo. Let's freaking go. Whoa, I need some like cheering music. Hang on. I know how we can celebrate this. Get ready for this.
Are you ready? Let's go!
Respect is earned. Respect is never given.
That's right. Next week starts OVTLYR University, and I'm so stoked about this. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3 p.m. Eastern time, right here live on YouTube. I'm going to teach you literally everything that I know about trading. There are people who charge $84,000 a year. They're also YouTubers, and they charge $84,000 a year to teach way less than what I give away on my free YouTube videos. So if you think that you're going to do even better with OVTLYR University, I got to tell you, it's going to be amazing. OVTLYR University is going to change lives. OVTLYR University is going to fundamentally shift how the market works because you are going to learn exactly everything that I know. Now, who am I? I am just a random guy on the internet. But my name is Christopher Uhl. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, and I've been successfully trading since 2009. And this is where outliers like us, you and me, save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. And we're going to be doing that starting next Thursday on OVTLYR University. I'm so stoked. We have 9 gentlemen who are committed, ready to learn. So they will be here live with me. And you get to watch every single video for free here on YouTube. I'm going to call that an $84,000 value, and I cannot wait to change lives. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing, Corey. Yes, random guy, Chris. Finger snap. So, all right. Somebody won big money Bagholder Bingo. Who was it? Let's see. Let's see who won big money Bagholder Bingo. Let's see who won big money Bagholder Bingo today. Oh, wait a minute. I was entered. I don't need to win that. If I win, we'll redo it. Brian H. Everybody in the chat, pay respects to Brian H. by typing Brian H. in the chat. Congratulations, Brian H. Do me a favor. When you have a moment, send us an email over at support@outlyer.com with your name and address. We'll ship you out an OVTLYR hat. If you already have an OVTLYR hat, Brian H., because it's possible, I don't know, we'll ship you out a copy of my favorite trading book, New Trader, Rich Trader, by my friend Steve Burns. So, Brian H., congratulations. I am so happy for you. Do we not have the best YouTube channel on the planet? The way that you can pay me back is by telling everybody you know, because that's the first rule of OVTLYR is, hang on, where's my slide? The first rule of OVTLYR, you should tell everybody about OVTLYR. So let's go look at some of your stocks in the chat. Now, I'm coming up with some sort of easy way for you to remember this because this is how I look at things. These are the 7 steps that I want to look for whenever I'm analyzing a stock. The market trend, the market signal, market breadth. Stock trend, stock signal, the fear and greed. And lastly, order blocks. Excuse me. Whew. So let's start with the market trend because this is going to apply to all the stocks you're looking at. This is going to apply to all the stocks you're looking at. So first, market trend. We're going to scroll over to today. We have a bullish trend right now. There it goes. It's loading really slow. Let's refresh that page. Here, while that does its thing, let's go over to SPY here inside of OVTLYR. And here we go. We'll zoom in. So SPY is sitting on a buy signal. It's 10, 20, 50s crossed up. And what's nice about it in OVTLYR is we just outline it right there on the chart. It cannot get easier to know if it's in an uptrend or a downtrend, right? It's either got a red background with your 10 under 20 price under the 50, or a green background, 10 over 20 price over 50. So you can tell in a glance, even if you've never traded stocks before, this is trending higher. Even if you've never traded stocks before, this is trending higher. So that's the first ring, the market trend. Now, market signal, buy signal or sell signal. We're sitting on a buy signal on the SPY. We can see that right there. So we've got a bullish trend with a buy signal. That is a great start. Next, market breadth. Now, market breadth is measuring how many stocks have buy signals that we cover. How many stocks that we cover have buy signals. So if we zoom in over here, we can see we have a bearish cross today. We have a bearish cross today on market breadth. What does that mean? What does that mean? We're getting more buy signals than, more sell signals than buy signals. That's what that means right there. And I'm telling you, if you are sleeping on market breadth, you are missing out, because this has been such a really strong leading indicator right here. So for me, what I see is bullish, bullish. And in fact, let me do this. This could be fun. Let's try something new. Let's highlight these green. If you're colorblind, I'm sorry. Market breadth is red. All right. So now let's go to your stocks, right? We're going to look at your stocks trend, the signal, the fear and greed, and lastly, we'll check for any order blocks on there. How's that? How does that sound? Are you ready? Are you ready, Rick? Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Everybody paid. I'm sorry, Jonathan. It didn't work out today. Everybody paid respects to Brian H in the chat. So congratulations again. Okay, let's do. I need STZ long for Manny. STZ long. STZ. All right, let's look at STZ. So STZ, let's go through this together. Right? Stock signal, a buy. Okay. One of our soccer players. So I coach my son's 10-year-old soccer team. One of our players, his name is Abai. So every time I hear Abai, I think of Abai. Okay, so we got Abai. We've got stock trend, then stock signal. Okay. So the trend is green. So 10s over 20, prices over the 50. We've got a buy. Okay, that's looking good. Fear and greed. Let's look at fear and greed. Fear and greed is getting more greedy. That's exactly what you want to see. It's continuing to go up. It's at a slow pace, but it's continuing to go up. Now, the heat map for the staple sector has peaked and is contracting. The breadth for the staple sector, that's also contracting. So that's not so great to me. Should add those on here as well. Hang on. Let's do fear and greed for sector. Yeah, I know this is looking ugly. Give me a break. I haven't formatted it yet. And then sector breadth. Okay. These are the things that we got to add to this too. By the way, I do this live in case you didn't notice. No cuts. No cuts. Cuts are for the weak. Cuts are for those other YouTubers who don't know what they're talking about. I know my shit. All right, going to this. So here's what I see. I see market trend, market breadth. So stock trend, stock signal, fear and greed all look good. So we're going to mark these green for you. I don't know. I needed to have a faster way to do this. I need to have a faster way to do this, but we'll go with this for now. Those are green. And then fear and greed for the sector and the sector breadth are both looking red. Both looking bearish to me. Okay. And then lastly, see, I tried to make a mnemonic here. The smart bias takes signals, but then I forgot to add those two in it. So then let's look at order blocks. Order blocks. We talked about those earlier. This is STZ. STZ. All right. Actually, your order blocks are really good on the chart. You have bullish order blocks, right? Order blocks that are underneath the current price to help give it some support is what you see right here. Now I got to clear my throat so hard. Okay. So this is looking good. Constellation Brands right here. So that's going to make it green because you don't have any in the way. You actually have some acting as support. So here's what we got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts of this that look bullish. You've got 1, 2, 3 parts that look bearish. Now, I won't give that a strong buy. In fact, where's my little buy thing right here? Where's my little buy and sell? Here we go. I won't give that a strong buy, but where'd they go? But how would I rank this? If we have 1, 2, 3, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If there's 9 criterias, 3 of them are red, I would put that at weak buy territory. I would put that in weak buy territory. Is this helpful? Is this helpful? Because what I want you to do is I want you to feel competent enough where you can log into Outlier, you can look at these handful of things, and you can say, okay, I want to see this, 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 and this, and this. If I don't have that, I don't want to trade the stock. Or if I do have that, it's not a strong buy. It may be a weak buy. Maybe it's a neutral, right? If it's split 50-50, that'd be a neutral. If it's more red than green, it'd definitely be a weak sell. So this is a weak buy right now. Okay, you guys are saying this is helpful. Very cool, very cool. Okay. Because this is what goes through my mind. When you ask me to look at stocks, this is what I do, right? Market trend, market signal, market breadth. Yeah. Hang on. I know the formatting looks terrible. I'm sorry. Hang on. Let's try and clean it up real quick, right quick, without losing everything. Trust me, I will have this way more better by the end of the day. This is such hot garbage formatting right now. There we go. It looks like a Christmas tree that got ran over by a reindeer. Yes. Grandma didn't get run over by a reindeer. This Christmas tree did. Let's go to the next one. Somebody, hang on. Somebody asked about something. It was Elf Beauty before selling. I forget who said it. Apologies. I'm looking up through the comments to try and find it real quick so I can give you credit. Hold tight. One more second here. Maybe 3 more seconds here. I want to give you credit. You deserve the credit. Okay, I can't find it right now. But what I was trying to see was Elf Beauty before earnings. So let's go to Elf Beauty, which is a Jeremy stock. No, thank you. But let's look at it. ELF. Okay, so let's zoom in the smidge. So let's go through this again. Let's clear these out. Start at blue. Well, actually, market trend, market signal, market breadth, they're going to be the same no matter what. So we'll leave that. They'll be the same. You start from a top-down approach. All right, stock trend. We can look on here. Stock trend, 10 over 20, price over 50. That's a good start. We'll make that green. Make it green. Okay, stock signal. Sitting on a buy signal. All right, good. Let's make that green. Next, fear and greed. All right, so the fear got really fearful. Look at this. At 4.8% in February. And then it's been getting a little bit less fearful for a while. And now it's finally moved into greed. Like, look how long it was sitting on fear. Now it's moving towards greed. That's what you want to see right there. Is when it's moving up from 50, 54, 59, 63, 66, 68. So yeah, that's looking sharp. So fear and greed definitely will be bullish to me. Fear and greed for the sector. All right, for this sector, the staple sector, it's gone up, it's peaked, it's contracted a smidge right there. I'll make this. I'm still gonna make it red. I gotta stick to my guns here. I'm gonna make that red because it's not growing, it's shrinking slightly. Sector breadth. All right, so sector breadth, no doubt, hands down, sector breadth has crossed. This is absolutely bearish sector breadth, no doubt about it. So let's make that red. And then lastly, order blocks. Any order blocks for this one? So, we already got it right here. No order blocks in the way. So here's the thing. I actually do like to trade up to earnings. You've seen it. I've seen it. Lots of stocks run up into earnings. In fact, Palantir did exactly this. It ran up into earnings and then got monkey hammered. AT&T. It ran up into earnings. Earnings happened back here. It's slow to load over here on TradingView today. Ran up into earnings and then it continued on. And then let's look at SoFi. SoFi, decent example. Before the earnings crash, where is it at? Here. Ran up into earnings and then it crashed back down. So I like to trade up into earnings for sure. But I don't hold through earnings if I can avoid it. So looking at this one, we've got 1, 2, 3. This will be green here. So I would also stick this in the weak buy category because you've got 3 out of 9 signals looking at bearish, and the rest of them bullish. So yeah, I'd stick that in weak buy. All right. Let's see. Let's cover another one here real quick. Let's see. Who's got one for me? I'm looking in the chat. I'm having to scroll up for a while. Everybody paid respects to Brian H. That's really cool. Let's see. Carol Catherine wants to look NVO long. NVO. AMD long. Yeah, that's a joke. All right, Carol Catherine, take a look. We don't quite have the 10 over 20 price over 50 yet. Right? We don't have that. It looks like the 1020s cross, but price is not over the 50 just yet. So going back to this stock trend, we're going to write that as red because we don't have a green on it yet. Stock signal sitting on a buy. That's what we want to see right there. Next, fear and greed for the stock. Getting less fearful, more greedy. Boy, I tell you what, that was real fearful. Down at 6, 8, 11, 15. Coming up here. Fear and greed for the sector. Oh, wait, this is working. This is working. Fear and greed for the sector. Actually is contracted and is pulling back down. Fear and greed for the healthcare sector is actually coming down. And then sector breadth is coming down as well. Did I miss anything? Stock signal, fear and greed. Fear and greed was going up, right? Yeah. And then order blocks. Let's double check for any order blocks on NVO. Oh my goodness. Trading views are running so slow right now. So we've got, still isn't loaded in. I need it to load in to give you a real response here. Let me refresh the page. Of course, it loaded in right as I changed it in VO. Okay. It doesn't have any order blocks on top of it, but it also is looking very bearish to me. This goes into weak buy for me. This goes into weak buy. Or weak sell, I should say. Weak sell. Definitely not weak buy. Certainly not neutral. This is more weak sell to me. So listen, that's what I look for whenever I'm evaluating stocks. Now, I'm going to make this look a lot better by this afternoon, for sure. And I want you to be there because I want you to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. That's why you should watch one of these videos. And I'll see you there. We'll talk soon.